Hello and welcome to this tutorial for the game Jaipur. It's for 2 players only, and within that category it's a good game, in my opinion. Here's how you play it. As soon as one player has 2 of these tokens, that player wins the game. You get one of these tokens when you are the winner of a round, so there will be at least 2 rounds and no more than 3. If you're the one holding 2 of these tokens because you won 2 rounds, you win the game. A round is just playing the game, and the round ends when one of these 2 things happens. 1. When you have to refill these open cards on the table, back up to 5, but you can't because you ran out of cards, the round immediately ends. Or 2, you see 6 colored tokens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If 3 of those have been all taken away, when there are no more left to take, the round immediately ends. When the round is finished, you count up all your points. Whoever has the most points wins the round and takes one of these tokens. As soon as you have 2 of these, you win the game. What do you do when it's your turn? How do you play the game? You can do 2 things. Take cards or discard cards and take tokens for points. I'll explain the second thing first. Discard cards to take tokens, and tokens are worth points, of course. Look at the cards that I have in my hand. I've got these 2 green cards. If I want to, I can discard these 2 green cards and take 2 green tokens. That's it. I now have this many points already. I keep these tokens with me. Keep in mind, I have taken green tokens, so I cannot take any more green tokens for the rest of the round. You can only take from one color once. There's more. Let's pretend I didn't discard 2 green cards, but 4 green cards. So, of course, I take 4 green tokens. But you can see that there are also these tokens on the table. Let's have a closer look. This one shows 3, this one shows 4, and this one shows 5. I just discarded 4 green cards, so I also get to take 1 token from the 4 stack, the one that shows 4 on it. Let's flip it over to secretly see. More points! I also get these points at the end of the round, but don't show the other player. So, when it's your turn, you can choose to discard cards to take these tokens. Rule number 1, you can only take tokens of one color once per round. Rule number 2, if you discard 3 or more cards, you can also take one of these bonus tokens. And rule 3, for these 3 colors, brown, green and purple, you can discard as little as 1 card to take 1 token. But for these 3 colors, silver, gold and red, you must discard at least 2 cards before you are allowed to take the tokens. So again, when it's your turn, you can discard cards and take tokens, and that ends your turn. The other thing that you can do when it's your turn is take cards. You have 3 options here. Number 1, take 1 card that is open on the table. Immediately fill up the empty space on the table by taking a card from the deck. That's it. Take one card. Number 2. Exchange 2 or more cards from the table with 2 or more cards that you own. So that could be either cards from your hand, your camels, or a combination. For example, I want these 3 cards. And I fill up the empty spaces with 2 of my camels and 1 card from my hand. And number 3, this is easy. Take all the camel cards that are open on the table. You don't keep them in your hand, you have this separate collection for all your camels. And that's it. So either take 1 card or exchange 2 or more cards from the table with the cards that you own, either in your hand or camels, or a combination. And finally, take all the camel cards that are open in the middle of the table. And this is how you play Jaipur. Either discard cards and get tokens, or take cards in the way I've just explained. You keep doing this until the round ends. That's either when 3 of these 6 colored tokens are emptied out, or if you can't refill the table back up to 5 open cards because the deck is empty. Then you count up all your points. The colored tokens that you took, plus the bonus tokens, and also the player who has the most camels in their collection gets to take the camel token for 5 extra points. Most points wins you this token. If you have 2, you have won the game. The end. If there's no winner yet, you have to set up the game again in the same way as before. I hope you feel ready to play your first game of Jaipur and that you'll enjoy it as much as I do, or more. Thank you for watching, and see you for the next one.